Hello, 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 hello. Hello, good evening. It is day 7 for me of my 21-day live challenge, and I am excited about today's topic. Today's topic is one of my absolute favorites. It's the $1 million baby plan. Now, if you have been following me for some time, you've heard me say the words $1 million baby because I am so passionate about making sure that we set ourselves up to prepare the next generation. So, if you want to make sure that your baby can have a great jump start in life, listen up. This live is for you. If you are curious about how the $1 million baby plan could work as an excellent plan to build money for your child's future, their college, listen up. This live is for you. So, if you're watching the replay, I want you to put hashtag replay in the comment section. If you are catching this live, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Say hello. I want to know that you're watching. I want to know that you're following. I want to know. All I can see right now are eyeballs. I can see someone is watching, but I don't know who you are unless you say hello. Now, let me do a roll call. So if you have a baby, or you had a baby because your baby is now an adult, so you're a parent or a grandparent, maybe your baby had babies, maybe you're a grandmother, maybe you are a grandfather, I want you to put baby in the comment section. Baby. If you have a baby, if you've had a baby and now your baby is an adult, if you had a baby and now your baby has babies because you are a grandmother or a grandfather, I want you to put baby in the chat because this is for you. This is for you and your babies to come. The Bible says a great man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. And so we're going to talk about one of the ways that you can leave a great legacy and leave a great inheritance for your children and children's children. So again, this evening, very quickly, I'm going to give you a crash course on the $1 million baby. Now, let me ask you this. If you have heard of the 529 plan, or you have a 529 plan for your children or grandchildren, put 529 in the comment section. 529, 529, 529, 529. Oh, I don't see any comments right now saying 529. So I'm assuming that you either don't have the 529 or you've never heard of the 529, and that's okay. So here's the thing about the 529 plan. The 529 plan is a plan that is, oh, hey, Aunt Kathy, thanks for watching. You put 522. Thank you very much. So the 529 plan is a plan that is traditionally used to save money for your children's college education. The good news is it's a great savings plan, at least to start with. The not so great news is the money has to go towards college. So you're limited on how you can use the funds. And if the child does not go to college, let's say if they want to pursue a music career, or they want to pursue entrepreneurship and not go to college at that time, the money that you saved into that account cannot go directly to that child's bank account. Okay? But there's something called the $1 million baby plan. This $1 million baby plan is structured and is created especially for your child so that your child can become a millionaire before he or she retires. And when I structure the $1 million baby plan, I actually show the child receiving money from ages 18 to age 21. So tax-free retirement for 4 years. And that money can be used for anything. It doesn't have to be used for college. It could be used as money for a down payment on a home. It could be used for money for their first business. It could be used as money for a car. They could pay cash for their car. It could be used as money for education. I did an illustration for one of my clients, and she's one of my favorite clients. She called me last year, actually, and she said, Terry, my baby is having a baby. I said, really? Congratulations. And when my baby has this baby, I need you to give her one of those plans that you were talking about. Yeah, it can. Thank you for your question, Aunt Kathy. It can work like an annuity. This plan can pay the baby income for life. I want to show you how it works. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that you can do with it, but I definitely want to show you how it works. We need to hop on Zoom, Aunt Kathy. So with the client of mine, she said, Terry, my baby is having a baby. And I was like, okay. And so when her child had a baby, last year, we were able to write this plan. Now, when I showed her an illustration for the plan, the mother decided to put $250 in this plan. The grandmother matched it. And so there's $500 a month going into this $1 million baby plan. And guess what this baby get? From the ages of 18 to age 21, this child is receiving tax-free income for 4 years. And with this illustration, I can show y'all on Zoom. If you meet with me, it's incredible. This baby has over $212,000 that she's been able to access from ages 18 to 21, or will be able to, because of course I wrote the plan last year. The baby's only 1 this year. And if the Lord says the same, I'll still be here 18 years later talking about the $1 million baby plan. Heck, I may even have my own babies by then, having $1 million babies. When I do have children, I will have children that are $1 million babies and $1 billion babies, because there is a $1 billion baby plan. But I want to save that for a different live, for a different evening. Tonight, we're talking about $1 million baby. So again, the $1 million baby plan is a plan that's going to grow money for the child so that they have over $1 million that they can say is theirs if they want it, if they need it. That $1 million contributes to their net worth. They have up to $1 million in coverage if for whatever reason that child becomes ill with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. That child has access to up to $1 million that they can withdraw from this plan and use it while they're living. The likelihood of a baby becoming ill between the age 0 and 85 is high. So why not set your children up for success? Let me ask you all, if you are watching this, I want you to put in the chat, in the comment section, what would you do, or what would you have done if you had access to over $200,000 when you started adulthood? Again, in this example, this child is going to have access to over $200,000 that she can use however she needs to. Now, I want you to think about this. You may be living your absolute best life, blessed life, okay? Stress-free life. But just imagine how much more of an impact it would have had on your life if you were able to have access to over $200,000 when you entered adulthood. That's why I love the $1 million baby plan. And I want to show you all how it works. So if you're more curious about the $1 million baby plan, I can show it to you in less than 15 minutes on Zoom. Aunt Kathy, I will connect with you after this call because I gotta show it I have to show it to you. It does work like an annuity in some ways. If I had that amount, I would have began a business rather than college. Yes, see. By the way, shout out to my Aunt Kathy. She is a business owner. She does design wedding dresses as well as other attire. So if you are looking for a custom dress, reach out to Aunt Kathy. There you go, Aunt Kathy. Feel free to put your contact information in the comment section, because I feel you. If I had known then what I know now and I had access to over $200,000, I guarantee you I would have been a businesswoman at the age of 21, and a darn good one at that. I would have turned that $212,000 over again and again and again and again and again. But that's okay, because now I know the impact, and I know that there are people who have been doing this for years. I can tell other people, hey, I'm telling you what I've seen, what I know. When I got my master's at SMU, got a master's in STEM education because I'm an educator. I'm a forever teacher. I did get my master's degree at SMU, Southern Methodist University, in the beautiful Dallas, Texas. What I noticed It's when I was there, the undergraduate students, they had moolah. I mean, money. They had money. They had these beautiful, luxurious foreign cars that they were driving around and had no note. They knew how to manage their money. They knew how to turn their money into more money. When I received my bachelor's degree from Christian Brothers University, most of my upper level classes, my senior year, I was the only female in the class. It's a small school, by the way, but I was the only female in the class and the only African American in the class. And so as I'm learning things from the textbook and I'm doing modules from like class assignments, like the people around me, they're like, we've been doing this since we were 10. We've been doing this since we were like 8. We already know about this. My uncle so-and-so taught me. My auntie so-and-so taught me, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they didn't say it like that, of course. They said it in their own way. But I can remember being in the class like, man, oh my gosh. How'd y'all have that? How'd y'all do that? I mean, they knew about money. Financial literacy wasn't even a thing. Like, I do believe that financial literacy, I believe that financial literacy, financial empowerment, financial independence, entrepreneurship, business, I believe that all of these things should be taught in school. As a matter of fact, when I was a principal, I made sure that that was a great part of the program. Every child that enrolled in the school took personal finance. They also took entrepreneurship. As a matter of fact, our babies ended the year with a Shark Tank. They had projects, and we were facilitating the thinking outside of the box. Think of how to become your own boss. So I've been talking about becoming your own boss a long time ago, for a long time. And what I noticed, let me go back to when I was in school. When I was at SMU, a very prestigious private university, and I was at Christian Brothers University, a very private, prestigious university. I also noticed that people who I was surrounded by, like, they had great cash flow. And what I learned about that great cash flow is some of them had what I call today the $1 million baby plan. And guess when they got it? They got it when they were a baby. They learned how to use it when they were in middle school, in elementary school, and they were using it to their advantage in their early 20s and 30s. So now I'm 32. So with these people being the same age as me, I'm pretty sure they have a lot more $1 million babies out there. And so I'm making this live so that I can tell you that you need to look at it too. Now, if you like the $1 million baby plan, great. If you do not like the $1 million baby plan, that's okay too, but at least you can be informed of how it works. I have put a link in my caption for this video, and if you're interested in seeing how the $1 million baby plan works, I want to meet with you individually. I want to see what your budget is, and I want to show you how a plan like this can work for your child, work for your grandchildren. Heck, you may be a godmother or a godfather, an auntie, an uncle, an expectant mother. I want to show you how it works. And if you like it, we can get one for your child or your children as well. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you for joining. What's up, Bobby? I haven't seen you in a long time, sir. You said it's a shame that schools educate on history, but not financial literacy. You know, here's the thing. I understand that financial literacy and financial empowerment and business, all of that should be mandatory in school. But here's what we have to understand as people of color. Even if there is never a day where financial literacy is mandatory in all of our schools, it should be something that is taught at home. That's part of the reason why there's a wealth gap. I mean, if I have to vote on whether or not financial literacy and empowerment and financial independence and entrepreneurship is in schools, I promise you, I'm going to vote yes all day long, every day, all day. My answer is going to be absolutely. But I don't think that's ever going to happen because I understand that there is a wealth gap. And the Bible says my people perish for the lack of knowledge, right? There are just going to be some things we just have to teach at home. So that's why I'm saying, if you get the $1 million baby for your child, or you have $1 million baby for your child, it doesn't stop there. You actually need to start teaching your children now. As a matter of fact, Kayla, thank you for watching my live. Kayla's son has a lemonade business because he's learning how to run a business. He's learning about inventory. He's learning about buying product. He's learning about attracting his clients. What can he do to make his lemonade special? I've seen him have different versions of lemonade, from like summer lemonades to different types of lemonades in the fall. I think he put something warm in it. Sorry, Caleb, I messed it up, but it's like cinnamon or something that pertains to the season. But he's already learning these business principles early. He's learning it early. So if you are a businesswoman or businessman, I do want to tell you this. I do specialize in helping business owners be able to create, grow, and protect their retirement with a solid exit strategy and a wonderful legacy. However, part of you having a great exit strategy is knowing what you're going to do after you're tired of working your business. Are you going to quit your business and leave your business to your babies? Are you going to sell your business and give your family an opportunity to still receive some type of income because you sold the business and they're successors? Like, what are you going to do with it? You got to be thinking about that now. Some of your children are going to want to take over the family business. Some of them are not. And if they don't make them if they don't want to, because they may not do a good job with it. Okay? But if they do and they fall in love with it, then it's going to be an incredible legacy. Your children and your children's children and children's children's children, children. I'm trying to say it right. Your children's children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all the way down the line will be well taken care of. But it starts with what you do today. So even if you say, you know what, my children are an adult, I'm sorry, Terry, I missed the $1 million baby plan. If they have children, share this video with them. Tag them on the video. Share it on Messenger. Connect them with me. Let's do a three-way, right? Or maybe you are a person who have great influence with people who have younger children. Maybe you teach children's church. Maybe you are a Sunday school teacher. Maybe you own a daycare. Maybe you're a pre-K teacher. And you feel that it's important for the parents to be able to know about these financial literacy tools for their children and their babies. Reach out to me. I want to help you and I want to help them. I want to have $1 million babies all across this country. When it's time for me to leave this earth, one thing that people will be able to say is that she talked about making sure that there were legacies set up. She talked about generational wealth, but she also created generational wealth for her children and her family. I hope I don't leave this earth before I have children, but if that's the case, my siblings, my parents are well taken care of, because as I learn, I teach them. They taught me, I teach them, we teach each other. If my sisters have children before me, guess what? Those babies are also going to be $1 million babies. And I'm going to make sure, if it's not being taught in school, I'm teaching the babies. Come over here. Let's go ahead and talk about credit. Come on over here. Let's go ahead and talk about the difference between a debit card and a credit card. You all, I worked for Regis Financial Corporation in, it's almost been 10 years ago. Golly. Well, I worked there. And honestly, I didn't even know what an overdraft fee was. I didn't know what an overdraft coverage was. I didn't know what overdraft protection was until I started working for the bank. Because my parents taught me, if you don't have it, don't spend it, don't buy it. So it blew my mind that people were literally calling the bank to say, do I have overdraft coverage? And I'm looking like, yeah, you do. And the bank actually will allow for you to overdraft your account by hundreds of dollars on purpose because they want to give you a fee. which is fine, but they actually do that. And in some ways it's helpful, but in some ways it's not. I am grateful that I didn't even know. I had my first real job when I was 15 years old. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Oh, hi, Miss Ann. Thank you for watching. Yes, I had my first job when I was 15 years old, and I started working for Regis when I was 23, 22. I was 22. So I had worked from ages 15 to 22 and had my own bank account and never overdrew my account because I was taught if it's not there, you don't spend it. I was also taught great saving principles. Shout out to my mom and dad. Hey, y'all, I love y'all, by the way. I may not be $1 million baby, but I definitely got a millionaire mindset, and that came from my mama and daddy. And you want to give that to your babies too. You want to get, if you're at a point where you're like, man, I wish I had taught my children how to become $1 million babies. I missed the boat, baby. I wish I had taught you that earlier. That's okay. It's not too late to give them a millionaire mindset. You can have $1 million tomorrow and blow through it and it's gone and you have to start over. So it's not just about having the money in the account, but it's about knowing what to do with it. That's how you create more $1 million babies. It's great to have access to over $200,000 by the time that you hit adulthood. But if you don't know how to use it, you will blow it. So it's more than just about the $1 million baby plan and having the money in the account, but we got to educate. We have to educate. Let's see what these comments are saying. Bobby says his mama ought to take a cut and introduce him to taxes. Teach your children about taxes early. Hi, Miss Judith Maynard, all the way from Arizona. Good evening. I'm just sharing my heart. These lives are not pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. This is me live today in living color. And so I am telling you that I want you to take a deeper look at the $1 million baby plan. On tomorrow, I'm actually going to speak a little bit more about the $1 billion baby plan because there is a such thing as the $1 billion baby plan now. And I want more people to have access to it and have access to the knowledge. And again, if you're like, I don't have the funds to do the $1 million baby, start with what you can. Let's see if I do have a product or service that fits your needs. And if they do not fit your needs, that's okay. I may have to refer you to somebody and say, well, ma'am, you need this. Ma'am, you need that. Sir, you need this. Sir, I think you need this as a solid foundation. And then I'm going to refer you to this person for this. And then I'm going to refer you to this person for this. I talked to 2 people I referred business to today. I'm not going to name them, but I referred a woman who has a credit repair business because that's what my client was. He had questions about whether or not he should pay off this charged off account. Now I was like, you know what? I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to connect you to someone who is a subject matter expert in this area. And here's the thing. He doesn't have any children yet, but he's already planning for when he does have children. He is married. And he's like, when I have children, I want all of my finances to be right and tight. And I want to teach my children from the beginning. So I spent a good hour and a half with him with the things that we have to offer and the things that I shared with him. I shared the $1 million baby plan with him. And he don't even have children yet. But he was like, oh yeah, I got to do that for my babies when I have babies. But then I also referred him to 2 more people who I do business with. One is an estate planning attorney. The other one is a credit repair specialist. So again, now here's truth of the matter. I could do a lot of things, but I found value in being able to educate other people and help other people win. And so if you want to help your babies win, take a look at the $1 million baby plan. And if you have a $1 million baby plan, let's look at making sure it's working right for your baby. And let's also talk about creating generational wealth and talking about that millionaire mindset. I thank you all for watching my live. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Adios. Adios. Until tomorrow. Again, we'll talk about, actually, I said tomorrow we'll talk about $1 billion. Sorry. No, we're not going to talk about $1 billion baby. I'm actually interviewing somebody special tomorrow. On Saturday, we'll talk about the $1 billion baby plan. Adios. Good night.